Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Extra Utilities 2. Today we're covering the chunk loading ward and the contract. So I'm sure if you have played around with Extra Utilities 2, at this point you're probably wondering what the heck is the difference between a contract, well not necessarily the difference, but a contract and a chunk loading ward. What are these for? Chunk loading ward sounds confusing. You would think, all right, well, does it prevent chunk loading? No, actually, it is a chunk loader. But in order to get one, you will need to make a contract. Contract is made simply with a feather, paper, glass bottle, and an ink sac, and a crafting grid will get you a contract. Now, with that, you'll need to wander around your nearby village and look for any villagers that would be interested in accepting. So all you need to do then is just right-click on a villager, and he'll say all sorts of information here. You have excellent penmanship. It's a deal. So if you read here, I, villager number, blah, 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 also known as Toolsmith, being of sound mind and body, do agree to allow my physical, spiritual, and or mental essences to be bound to a physical object, and to use any skills that I may currently possess to provide useful service to Valen Frostweaver. I agree that my essence shall remain bound to the physical object until either 1. The object is destroyed, 2. The universe ends, or 3. The very concept of time and or entropy is destroyed or rendered untenable. Or number 4. I get bored of standing around in limbo making weird noises and float away to the next life, which is unlikely since I like making weird noises. And you click sign, and therefore you now have a signed villager. You will need, however, a lasso, specifically not the cursed type. You want a golden lasso, and once you use it on this same villager that just signed, you will see that if you look on your tooltip, it will say under contract, and therefore you can use this in your crafting recipe. Now you may have to try around with several villagers before you're able to find one that wants to sign the contract, and you might not also want to just have the ones that are actually going to be useful for you to sign it. But in order to actually craft one, craft one of these chunk loading wards, you're going to need a villager. So this villager is effectively going to be chunk loading a 3 chunk by 3 chunk area. So it is currently made of 5 sticks, a golden lasso with a contracted villager, and an eye of redstone. You craft this chunk loading ward, and it will use up grid power. Now, when I place it down, you'll see my grid power now says 8 is being used. Power drain of 8 when I look at it. And if I had my field of vision on, you'd be able to see that it would allow, a 3 chunk by 3 chunk area. Now, if you want to, this is probably going to be most useful for something like a mob spawner, for instance, where you will want to have mobs constantly dropping all the time, and therefore they can be very, very useful. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, it's not very difficult stuff. It is very handy to have and can be extremely useful. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's little bit by bit on Extra Utilities with the chunk loading ward and the signed contract. If so, please give a like, comment, subscribe, and spread the mischief to others. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya.